So I just want to ask po, update regarding after nung pag-lift ng Grok ban. Have we seen a decrease in the spread of manipulated images or other generated content by Grok na aim to harm people so far? Have we seen a
So I
decrease?
think they complied with our request and our agreement when it comes to their content creation feature that would allow nudity and declothing contents from their platform. So I think they complied naman. We're monitoring and we would continue to monitor their compliance. What we want is for them to self-regulate. Then we monitor their compliance to that self-regulation.
Pero may nakita na po ba tayo online na parang pagbawas ng like how
It's
effective?
difficult for Grok kasi they're not well they're not widespread here in the Philippines, so it's difficult for me to say whether there's a decrease or. But what I can monitor is their compliance to that particular commitment of theirs.
Alright.
Sir, update lang po din sa lab scams, no? Kasi last year we recorded 123
Biktima ka?
complaints. Ano, meron po ba tayong na-report na, sir, so far?
Yeah, we have 18 complaints from January. I don't know if it's updated for today, so there are 18 complaints of love scams, but I don't think that's the whole landscape that we're looking at because what we notice is pag nabibiktima ng love scam, they're afraid, they're shy, nahihiya na mag-report ng mga love scam because everyone know na nabiktima sila, na naloko sila.
So yung 18 na to, ito naman yung inaasahan natin peak kasi nabanggit last time na it's yung January yung peak, diba?
No, so there's January kasi in anticipation for love month. June kasi wedding season. And birth, yung mga malalamig yung mga Pasko, simula na yung Pasko. So those are the months that we are monitoring for love scams.
Ano yung demographics, sir, ng mga nag-complain, sir?
Ano siya, spread na siya. Because remember that AI now is being employed to profile the victim. So each victim now has their own particular scam, so they're susceptible to different kinds of scams. So now the field is so spread out.
Sir, even yung mga Gen Z natin, even though digital natives sila?
They're
Okay.
even the digital literate, even the tech-savvy individuals na bivictimize na rin sila. Kasi, again, I think these scammers understand the fact that the heart takes over the mind when it comes to love scams.
Sir, do we have projected numbers na probably na possible like the end of the month, probably?
Here's the thing. I think everyone was victimized one time or another by a love scam. Even me, even other I just don't know if there would come a point that government would be able to convince them to trust government para magsumbong and they feel comfortable kasi importante sa amin makita yung landscape and the scams they're employing so we can stop them.
Sir, can you reiterate na lang, sir, yung ginagawa natin for the record?
So, what we do right now is we're trying to strengthen Hotline 1326. It's our complaints mechanism. So, we encourage everyone na pag nabibiktima ho kayo, hindi na ng love scam or scams, report ho sa amin sa 1326 so we can do our interventions. Wag na lang ho para sa sarili nyo if you think na nakakahiya or maliit lang naman yung nawala sa inyo. Even if hindi kayo na-scam but you were attempted to be scammed, mag-report ho kayo so we can do our interventions. We prevent others from being scammed as well. So, that's one. And the other thing, our proactive approach is our threat monitoring center where we bring in everyone from government. It's a whole of government approach. Every one of us in one room actively patrolling the internet, our social media pages for all types of online harms.
Sorry na, sir, on my end, ano yung importance, sir, ng partnership natin with Google in terms of promoting internet safety?
So we always believe that it's not only a whole of government approach. Even if we band ourselves together in government, we can only scratch the surface. Even if the Philippines bands together, we can only do so much. But if it's a whole of society approach, that can really, really solve the problem. Like I said, we're a big fan of self-regulation. I just got out of a meeting with people from Google's YouTube. We have some challenges, and we're trying to come up with a joint solution to those challenges when it comes to the platform, right? So that was a productive meeting for us. So again, the partnership with the private sector really is important for us because kulang na kami sa budget, kulang pa kami sa tao. Asa na lang kami sa private sector.
Sir, I have one more question. More about the diverse ID ecosystem in the Philippines po.
Say that again.
diverse ID ecosystem, like
That's too
yung
much for me,
kapag...
but yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But yung like yung mga pag nag-apply po tayo for a bank account,
Yep, yep.
we are required to give a lot of identification.
Yeah,
Yan.
yeah,
Do you think that puts us at a vulnerable spot when it comes to digital security?
Well, it shouldn't be, because banks, whoever processes your data, are called data custodians. They are responsible for your data, and they should be held liable for violation of the data privacy. So, data privacy law, and I wish John was here, the new commissioner for the National Privacy Commission. You know, if you see the guy, he's hell bent on enforcing data privacy act.
One last, sir. Ay,
Last na po yun.
Last na.
Yeah.
One last, can we totally say now we are more aware of online threats yan? Especially ever since we started observing the Safer Internet Day.
Yep. We see a number of the number of scams going down, but we also see the scammers pivoting and adopting new technology in order to perpetrate their scams. And we're really reliant on these partnerships for us to get ahead of these scammers, and leverage technology as well to catch the scammers, and hopefully build a safer internet for everyone. That's all we want. Safer internet for everyone.
All right.
Thank you, Sir
Thank you.
Aboy.